Hello, welcome back to part 20 of this video tutorial how to build a Pacman game in XNA. Please don't forget to buy the content. Send €2.95 to PayPal account XNAPacman 2013 at hotmail.com. We send the content in 24 hours to your email address. In this tutorial we're gonna build our SaveScreen function, which we're gonna need to save our work when we have finished our Pacman maze in our MapBuilder tool. And we're gonna build it in our update methods of the game class. So let's clean up the code first. Delete tile from the tile list. We can say add and delete tiles, and we're gonna use the left and the right mouse button. Alright, and now we can build our SaveScreen function in the update method. And the first thing we need to do is add a using statement. So go to the usings block, and here at the top we're gonna say using system.io. Right? And we need a texture to save our screen. So in the private section at the bottom, we're gonna say private texture 2D, and we call it the screenshot texture. Right? Represents the screenshots. Right? And now in the update methods, we're gonna say here save screen. Right? And the first thing we need to be sure that we only save if we are in the map editor mode. So only the map editor can make a screenshot. And here we can use our game state. So if game state is equals to game state map editor. Alright. If the S key, so create a screenshot if the S key is pressed. Alright, so here we can say that if the utils.check keyboards, and then we pass the current keyboard states and the previous keyboard states, and the key is the S key. So if we press the S key, then we save our screen. The first thing we need to do here is fill the graphics card's back buffer. Otherwise it don't work. So we say here draw new game time. Alright. And then we need to create a new back buffer array. So create a new back buffer array. And that's an int array. And we call it the back buffer. And that's a new int array. And we're going to use the graphics preferred back buffer width, and we're going to multiply it by the graphics preferred back buffer height. So we have enough room in our back buffer, right? And now we need to get the back buffer data. And therefore we're going to use our graphics device, and we can use the get back buffer data, and we're going to pass in our back buffer, right? And now we need a try catch block, so try and catch the exception. Alright. And now we can create the texture. So using screenshot texture is new texture 2D, and we need to pass in the graphics device and the width and the height. So we're going to use our graphics preferred back buffer width and the graphics preferred back buffer height, and we don't want to use a map, so we set it to false, and we need to set the surface format, and that's color. Alright. And now we can copy the back buffer data into the texture. So the screenshot texture set data, and we pass in our back buffer. Alright. And if that is done, we can save the texture on disk. So we need a stream, and we call it stream, and that's file, and we're gonna open and write it, and we call it screenshot.png. Alright. And now we can save this screenshot texture, and we're going to use the save as png function, and we need to pass in the stream and the width and the height. So graphics preferred back buffer width and graphics preferred back buffer height. Alright. And now at the end we can destroy the stream and texture objects. So the stream dispose and the screenshot texture dispose. Alright. And this is our SaveScreen function. As I said, we're going to use this function when we finish our Pacman maze, which we built in our MapBuilder tool, so we can save it as a screen. And we're going to use it as a background image. In the next tutorial we gonna build our Pacman maze. So I explain how you build the Pacman maze, and we're gonna save it as a background image so we can use the background image in our game. I hope you enjoy and see you in the next tutorial. Bye.